Are you tired of poor conditions, not a lot of money, and very little extra? Then come immigrate to Canada. Just look at these before and after pictures. These pictures are of Jason Kenney, now Immigration Minister of Canada, before and after his immigration from Ghana. Immigration for You is an immigration agency based in Lebanon that will help you immigrate to Canada. In the next half an hour, we will describe some of the laws that allow you to immigrate. Are you a skilled or unskilled laborer coming to Canada for the money? Then you qualify as an economic immigrant. Economic immigrants are required to take a points test, basically an evaluation of how much skill and language capacity they have. The points test also seeks to find out how much immigrants will fit into the country, and if they have previous work experience, as well as how much education. Once the points test is complete, economic immigrants have to go for an interview and a security check to ensure that they are fit for immigration.
Economic immigrants go through a system of points to allow their entrance to Canada. First off, it is important that economic immigrants be beneficial to Canada's economic sectors. Immigrants are screened to find suitability based on education, work experience, languages spoken, age, and adaptability. Immigrants provide a vital source of labor for the Canadian economy. However, an excess of unskilled immigrants can put a strain on the workforce.
Are you a political or social refugee? Then immigration to Canada might be for you. The Immigration and Refugee Protection Act of Canada's chief objective is to provide asylum to people from other nations from political instability, torture, dangers, hunger, or cruel and unusual punishment. The Refugee Act aims to accomplish this by allowing immigration based on situation rather than years worked or potential economic benefit to the Canadian economy.
Immigration affects our Aboriginal peoples in many ways. First and foremost, immigration can result in a loss of employment for Aboriginals. Often, immigrants are used to fill low-paying, labor-intensive, and sometimes dangerous jobs. Often, immigrants who are thought to have greater work ethic and incentives than Aboriginal people are used to replace our Native people in some lines of work. Whether they stereotype be true or not, the effect on Aboriginal peoples remains the same. Effectively, a loss of jobs. Furthermore, immigration can harm Aboriginal cultures by diluting the general population. Because Canada's population without immigration is usually stable, and immigration is used to increase the population of Canada, Aboriginal population in Canada is effectively slowly decreasing. Immigrants keep the French population in balance because many immigrants that come to Canada speak French.
Immigration policies in Canada attempt to strengthen the French language through stringent policies that favor immigrants with a mastery of the French language. It is far easier for people immigrating to Canada to gain access if they speak the French language. Exclusionary immigration policies in Quebec are selective because French speakers have a better chance at gaining a job and being assimilated into society. Such policies are also in place to ensure that immigrants can carry on the tradition of French language in the borders of Quebec.
Canada's immigration policies respond reasonably well to most issues regarding immigration. Canada's policy towards refugees is especially humanitarian. Our policies provide a balance between national security, economic and social benefit, and human rights. Immigration issues such as human rights, immigrants with illnesses, and others may present a challenge to politicians. Politicians attempt to deal with this by drafting new legislation. For instance, Canadian policy dictates that only immigrants in reasonable health should be allowed to enter the country, so as not to put a strain on the healthcare system.
Come to Canada and make your dreams come true. This deal available only for the next 5 minutes.